No, it's stupid.
What?
Something was in that room with me. Whatever it wasn't human. At least not anymore. Don't go in there.
What do you think of Abdullah?
Say what you want about how he behaves. He's earned it.
I've heard the opposite.
I've studied his career. He's a bit of a jerk, but let's face it, when you think of archaeology, you think of him. He's the best. A decade of dedicated study.
Okay, I guess you have a point.
Thanks. It just bothers me when people are critical of him. He's sort of a hero of mine.
What's that book?
Curses of the World, the compendium of cruel curses and curious casualties. It does have a lot of C's.
That doesn't seem like light reading.
I was originally going to go into paleontology, but no, I changed my mind freshman year. Why did no one tell me about how creepy curses are when I switched majors? Dinosaurs were bad news back in the day, but now, totally safe. Mummies, on the other hand, I make poor life choices.
Curses aren't real. You'll be fine.
No more taunting the curse, at least not around me. I'm too young to die out here. I have things to do. I'm still in school. I haven't even started my life yet. I'm not tempting fate here, Nancy. I refuse.
Okay, I can respect that. See ya.
See you.
That's done. That's done. Check. Did that. Still have to do that. Still have to do that. Still have to do that. Can't check that off yet. Did that. That's done. Can't check that off yet. Check. Did that. That's done. Haven't done that. Still have to do that. Can't check that off yet. Check. Check. Did that. That's done. Flashlight's dead. I'll need to find another light source. Haven't done that. Can't check that off yet.
Hello.
What do you think of Lily?
She's definitely my type.
What do you mean?
Cute, interesting, and not interested. Just like my last girlfriend, very driven. PhD student, probably has a cramped apartment full of dehydrated plants. She's probably going to come off a little rough-edged.
I'd better get going.
Hurry back now.
Hi, Bess.
Nancy, how goes the old mummy hunt?
Good, I think. Maybe bad.
Something happened, didn't it?
There was a sandstorm, and the professor from Kingston had to be taken to the hospital.
Nancy, be careful out there. It sounds dangerous.
I will.
George is all wrapped up in that new job of hers, but you can call me anytime you need help. Full disclosure, while I do play an Egyptologist on television, I have no idea what I'm talking about.
We found the tomb!
Way to go!
But when I opened it, 2 strangers showed up.
Really? Aren't you in the middle of nowhere?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe they were just out for a walk. In the desert. Nope, doesn't work out. Nancy, what the craziness is happening out there?
No clue. It's like I'm the only one here who doesn't know what's really going on. I don't like that feeling.
You get used to it.
Bess.
Well, it certainly feels that way. Maybe it's time to call this one a wrap.
I can't until John's back. I just need to keep my head on straight and try to keep the site in order.
That's exactly like this one part of Revenge of the Desert Queen. So everybody...
Is this going to be an anecdote where someone dies in a cursed tomb?
No,
Okay, continue.
I lied. It was. But I'll just keep it to myself.
I still think Jamila is hiding something.
What's the story?
She says she's here because of the Anunnaki.
I think our connection is bad because it sounds like you said Anunnaki.
I did.
I still think it might be the phone, but continue.
They're the aliens she's into, but I can't figure out why she'd be here now.
Why don't you ask her?
I would, but there are 2 questions you'll never get a straight answer to. One is, are you lying?
And the other is, are you crazy?
I say that a lot, don't I?
You do, but to be fair, you do exceed the average person's daily allowance of interaction with crazy and or dishonest people.
Jamila seems to be convinced that aliens built the pyramids.
Cool.
She thinks that this site has some sort of significance to aliens, and they'll be returning soon.
What for?
Who knows? The whole idea makes no sense to me.
I know it's unlikely, but I think if aliens ever came to Earth, I think they'd like me.
What? Why?
Dogs love me, kids love me. I just think we'd be pretty simpatico is all.
I can't tell if Jamila's being sincere or not.
Just brush past my theory, that's fine.
I'm sure they love you.
That's all I wanted to hear. Go with your instinct, Nancy. You're so good at noticing what people really mean when they speak. Maybe she's saying a little more than she intends to.
I don't know what to make of this tour guide who appeared out of nowhere.
Is he cute?
Define cute.
Why is this never any fun with you? I have no girly friends.
Fine, yes, he's moderately cute. And he has an accent.
Now we're talking. Anyway, you've decided that this cute tour guide with an accent is a problem for some reason?
His story isn't adding up. If he's a tour guide, why would he show up at a site that might take years to open up to the public?
Maybe he's some sort of avant-garde tour guide. You know, way ahead of his time, like that jazz musician you made us see who only played awful notes.
I'm still sorry about that. In my defense, it was for a case.
And in his defense, there's nothing. Long-distance burn, jazz guy.
Lily seems very uptight.
Do you think she's hiding something?
No doubt about it. I just don't know if it's relevant.
Strange behavior is rarely irrelevant, especially in a group that isolated.
Good point. Bye-bye.
See ya! Ahoy hoy!
Have you heard of the theory that aliens built the pyramids?
Oh, that old gem. Yes, who cares?
Who cares?
Well, unless they're sending us a bill, does it matter?
With all of your work, I assume you'd at least care.
Oh, no, dear. You mustn't let those things bother you. Some of us have keen observational skills and a rigid adherence to the scientific method. And some of us have thought processes that best resemble a piñata explosion at a sugar-fueled child's birthday extravaganza. Either way, if it encourages people to witness the marvels of ancient ancient Egypt in person, it's good work, in my opinion.
Do you believe the Anunnaki exist?
You may as well be asking me if I believe Brian Abernathy Fortinbright exists. I don't know, and further, I could only guess.
Is that a name you just made up?
Yes. Now, given the fact that there are 7+ billion people on Earth, it stands to reason that he may be a real person. And if we apply the Drake equation, we will find the astronomical, no wordplay intended, dear, number of habitable planets in the universe. It is possible that the Anunnaki may exist. But since the evidence is shaky at best, I am much more interested in the here and now.
Same here. You said the evidence of the Anunnaki is shaky. What evidence is there?
Some say if you look at the hieroglyphs, you'll see some of the figures holding flashlights.
Okay, that's strange.
Well, not exactly. It's easy to see what you want to see. Seeing the tombs always made me feel quite simply famished. As the long days would pass, the murals would become quite simply delicious. Osiris would be holding the most wonderful caramel flans. Reeds would be chicken wings, and Cypher for twisted flax would transmogrify into warm, straight out of the oven, garlic knots right before my eyes. My point is that you can see what you want to see, and what I want to see is that takeout menu for the Spicetown Speakeasy. I may have to put you on hold, dear. Just a moment.
I'm still on.
Hotchkiss here. I'd like baguette stuffed with mushroom and sautéed asparagus, and a beef jerky salad with caramel vinaigrette.
That can't be a real food item.
Is that still you, Norma?
Nancy?
Is this your first day at Spicetown? I'm Hotchkiss. We'll be talking to each other quite often. Would you kindly summarize your personality for me, for efficiency's sake?
No, it's Nancy Drew. Still on the line, still in Egypt.
Oh, drat and drat. Well, perhaps I'll just be dull and prepare myself a curried waffle sandwich.
Lily seems to be taking this curse business very seriously.
I thought you were Lily.
The other Lily?
Hotchkiss prank? Oh, you're such a good sport, Nadine. That's a little silly of her, don't you think? Curses may only be a figment of our overactive imaginations.
That's what I think.
There are more pressing things to worry about. Most Egyptologists die because the desert is inhospitable and positively crawling with diseases. Horrid molds and bacteria that have been breeding for thousands of years unchecked. And let's not forget the lack of structural integrity of most of the tombs.
That's less than reassuring.
Oh dear, everybody dies, but life isn't worth living if you don't take a few risks. Although I guess I should stress that everyone dies much faster in the desert. Much, much faster.
Bye-bye.
Bye, dear.
Hi.
A tour guide just appeared out of nowhere.
Really?
Yeah, really. He showed up when we found the tomb.
You're 100 kilometers outside of Cairo. That's too far afield to have a wacky next-door neighbor.
Huh?
Sorry. I'm not used to watching this much television. It's doing strange things to my brain. Whatever he says, he didn't just drop in. He must be up to something.
Abdullah seems confused by the hieroglyphs in the tomb.
Really?
You sound surprised.
Astonished, dumbfounded, with a twist of smug thrown in to soothe my ego.
So, if he's confused...
Then it is confusing. He's one of the brightest minds in the field. If he's stumped, something unique is going on here.
Lily seemed upset about me doing any work here.
Show me a PhD student who isn't upset about something, and I'll build you your very own pyramid.
Why would she want to keep me away from your work?
I have no clue. If she wants to play at being in charge, let her. It'll save you a lot of headaches.
What do you know about Lily?
Not much. She's with Abdullah's team. It's just strange that she's out there.
Why?